What's going on, kitchenettes? Welcome to my bare bones kitchen. I'm drinking something different tonight. I needed some water, so sorry. Don't mean to disappoint, but cheers to you anyways. Welcome to my bare bones kitchen, where if you have bare essentials, bare knowledge, hopefully I can help you create something amazing for your family. I got a new shirt, you guys. I have to show it off. Oh, you can't really see it. Okay, so it says, my third eye can see straight through your shit. I love it. Makes my heart happy. Makes my heart happy. What's going on, all? Okay, I'm not going to wait for too many people to get on here today. So welcome. Thank you for joining me again. Let me shut this down so I don't have to hear that. Got people messaging me. All the love. Got my mashed potatoes from Monday. So if you missed Monday's show, make sure you go back and watch it. Please and thank you. And if you know somebody who doesn't know how to make mashed potatoes, share it with them. Maybe they'll subscribe for me. I didn't check my numbers before I got on here. I'm so sorry. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Nicolata. So, gnocchi. Does anybody know what that is? It's like a pasta. So that's what I'm going to make with my leftover mashed potatoes. It doesn't make Zane very happy, and that's okay, because I'm sure that he'll find something in my house to eat, right? So I'm starting the kind of loose recipe for mashed potato gnocchi is like a 1:1:1. So for every 1 cup of mashed potatoes, you're going to want 1 cup of flour and 1 egg, okay? And that's kind of give or take, mostly because your flour, you might need a little bit more flour. You'll kind of get a feel for it because you just don't want your dough to be sticky. So that is what we are making. I put about somewhere in the vicinity of 2-ish cups, because you know I don't measure jack, of my leftover mashed potatoes. And so I'm just going to crack 2 eggs into my bowl. Oh, let me get my water going too. I have a pot of water. I don't think I salted my water though. I want to salt it, because if there's one thing that you learn is if you're boiling pasta or anything like that, you always want to salt your water, because that's one place that you can get a flavor into your pasta. Not that this is not flavorful, because it will be. Especially if you're getting crazy. I'm just doing a basic version of this. If you're going to get crazy on it, you can add cheese to it. You could add, I don't know, bacon bits. You know, it's going to be kind of your show. I'm just giving you that bottom line recipe. I'm going to add a little bit of salt into this as well. And my pepper. And remember, I already had garlic cloves in here because we roasted garlic on Monday to do the mashed potatoes, but there's nothing wrong with extra garlic, guys. Garlic is good. It's good for you, too. Natural healing element. And my grandma used to tell me it kept the mosquitoes away. I don't know if that's true, but vampire, garlic, kind of makes sense, right? Yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure you guys could see it. Sometimes when I have the comments up, I can't tell if I'm in the camera or not, so I wanted to make sure I was. And if you want to get down and dirty with this, because I'm going to get down and dirty with this in a minute here, use your fingers. It's okay. That's why we can wash our hands, right? Because trust me, in a minute, I'm about to do that. So I got my 2 eggs, about 2 cups of my mashed potatoes, and I'm going to start with about 2 cups of my flour. I put 4 cups in my measuring cup. But I don't know that I'm going to need all of that. Because we just want to make a dough. And I'm going to make a mess too. Because that's how I roll. But y'all know that already. I should have had one of my awesome aprons on. But I forgot to grab it out of the cupboard. Because I'm such a not an apron person. But I am wearing a black t-shirt with white flour. It's going to look awful funny. Good thing you guys don't have to look at me for the rest of the night, huh? How's everybody doing tonight? What's going on in the world, man? I've been on vacation. I swear I should have just actually gone on a vacation because I've spent more money being on a staycation than I would on a vacation. But that's all right, too. My boy's got big feet now. I got to go buy him new shoes. I just bought him new shoes yesterday and they were too small because he wasn't with me. So they got to go up like a size and a half or something. Like, boy, stop growing. Stop growing already. So we're starting to get this little dough, see? But it's still a little bit sticky. And so I'm going to add a little bit more flour. But I'm going to ditch this spoon because it gets difficult to do that with the spoon. Once it actually starts forming a dough. This is the fun part. Actually, it's all fun to me. I don't even know who I'm trying to lie to. You took Rusty shooting today? Oh, fun. Good times. Little Rusty's not so little anymore. Killing me, man. All these kids growing up. Including my own. Including my own. So we got Mother's Day coming up. Anybody have a favorite recipe that they like to cook for their mom? Or if you are a mom, your favorite recipe that you want cooked for you? I am racking my brain trying to figure out what to do for Bare Bones Kitchen for Mother's Day. Because you know I got to do something. I've already done all my favorites, so I need some input. Give me some input, guys. All right, it's coming together good. Very good. And like I said, you'll kind of know because it won't be as sticky. You'll be able to kind of mess around with the dough without it sticking all over the place. Though it's going to be real difficult to see on my goopy hands right now. But trial and error. Sometimes you just gotta go trial and error. So see, it's not really, it's quite nice right now. So I'm gonna throw a little bit of this on my countertop. I'm gonna pull a little chunk of this off of here. I'm gonna make a ball. I'm gonna put some of that flour on it. And we're gonna make a snake. Make a snake. Or a rope, if that makes you happier. And you're just gonna rock your hands back and forth until it kind of wiggles out, okay? And you can get kind of fancy with this if you want to. Sometimes I'll take a fork when I get my noodles and make little lines in them because it just makes them look cute. But you don't have to get all fancy if you don't want to get fancy. I have a little cutter. A butter knife will work just beautifully. There's nothing wrong with any of it. You just want to make sure that your rope, as you're cutting it, are kind of even segments. So you want them to be kind of as even as you can, okay? And this would be something fun to do with kids if you feel like being adventurous. And I have my water boiling over here with some salt in it. Well, it's not quite boiling yet. It's getting there though. So we're just gonna push some of these up here and get another rope going. Because when these start cooking, they start cooking fast. Hello, Heather Jean. How was your trip to the thrift store with your little monster? I don't know if that was from today. I just saw it a few minutes ago, so. I just saw it. Making another rope, another snake. And again, you just want to try to make it as even as possible all the way across. It doesn't have to be perfect. As I roll up the rest of them that are here. Chopping them all in half. Whoops. That's all right. Hello, Sue. Hello, Francisco. You know, I was thinking today was going to be my first day of vacation that nobody called me or messaged me, and I was wrong. I just got a message from the terminal, so good times. Got some good stuff. Awesome. Do you miss me, Frank? Is that why you're saying there she is? Can't possibly miss me that much. Only been gone for 3 days. This one is just going to be too big right now. All right. So I'm just making my little gnocchi, guys. Super easy to do with leftover mashed potatoes, you guys. And I've actually done this. Tyler loves buying the bagged garlic, the instant potatoes. And I've done these with those too. And it's really good. It's really good. It's just a really easy recipe. Again, the ratio is 1 to 1 to 1. So you got like 1 cup of mashed potatoes to 1 cup of flour to 1 egg. Mix it up until it feels like a good dough that's not too sticky. If it's still sticky, then you're going to want to add a little bit more flour. That's why I say 1-ish, because sometimes you need a little bit more than a cup. My water's almost there, I think. They would be really good if you put some cheese in them. Or some bacon bits, like I said earlier. You just want to try to make your pieces kind of even. I'm kind of doing a garbage job, but this guy's kind of skinny and this guy's kind of fat, so it works. It'll all work out. Oh, they're bugging you, so you miss me? Oh, that's what happens when you have that little BC by your name, huh? You're like, I didn't sign up for this, bitch. I love it. Who wouldn't miss me? Oh, I can think of a few, Heather. I can think of a few. Just a few. Just a few. Unfortunately. Good times. All right, my water's almost there. Anybody ever make gnocchi before? Make sure you drop those Mother's Day meals down there too, guys. What do you want for Mother's Day? Or what are you going to cook for your mother or your significant other that happens to be your baby mama? Talking to you, Frank, with your new grill. What are you going to cook for Blanca for Mother's Day? Because you love her and appreciate her so much. Oh, I miss you too. I think about you every time I drive past your house, Miss Pooh. You gonna make her some barbecue? What are you gonna make her though? Be specific, homie. I need the deets. Does she even like barbecue? Are you gonna pull this crap again where you're buying her something for her and it's really for you? Is that what you're gonna do? Please don't do that. You better buy her some damn flowers too. Ugh, damn Frank anyhow. Oh, I happen to have a fork so I can show you. Okay, so if you have your little gnocchis, you can just do a little like, remember your mom used to have you do, well, my mom used to have me do, I don't know if your guys' mom had you do the peanut butter cookies. You dip it in the water and do a little crisscross applesauce on there. You can do that with your gnocchis too, but sometimes they just puff up and you can't really see the lines anyways, so you ain't got to get all fancy if you don't want to. Chicken Parmesan and shrimp. I like it. I like your style. All right, my water's almost to a boil. I'm going to start dropping these guys in here. And the cool thing about these is since it's fresh pasta, when they float to the top, they're done. You don't want to crowd your pan too much though. See, we want to just make a nice layer right at the bottom of your hot water and then let them cook. And don't stick your hands in the hot water like I just did, because that doesn't feel very good. Just throwing it out there. Chicken Parmesan, Heather. I did chicken Parmesan on here. And some baby backs, Frank. Going for the baby backs. Does she like baby backs? Are you doing the thing again, Frank? You know I'm just razzing you, right? All right. Gonna do its thing. I think I'm gonna roll out the rest of this while I'm waiting for those to pop up. Gets sticky real quick, guys. I'm not even gonna read that, you damn pervert, Francisco. You damn pervert. You don't need another baby, okay? Baby back. You're talking about ribs, not what you're talking about, you little dirty ass. Hi, Bubba. You want to say hello to everybody?
No.
No? Okay. I'm just glad that you make an appearance every once in a while so people don't think I'm lying about having a kid. Yeah, it's good stuff right there. Sonia, are you laughing at me or are you laughing at Frank? Hey, Michelle. Hey, Alita. Michelle, how is the school year treating you? Are you guys are like back in the classroom, right? Are you still loving being a teacher, Mama? I bet you're such a fun teacher. Oh, you're laughing at both of us, Sonia. Good. I'm glad I'm not being singled out. Ah, love it. Love it. All right, they're starting to float to the top. Stay right there. I'm coming. See, one track mind. That's all I can do. One track mind. All right. So now they're floating to the top. I'm not going to show you because that's just going to be kind of lame, but they're floating to the top. So I'm just scooping them up with my slotted spoon, and I'm going to put them in this little pan that I have with some paper towels. We're going to do up the rest. This one might be a little bit longer than normal, guys. I'm sorry. But it's worth it. It's worth it. I do try to be respectful of your guys' time, though, so I usually try to make them about 20 minutes. It's just going to take me a little bit longer to do this. A little bit longer. Good, my water's still bubbly, so I didn't bring down the temperature too much. If you do bring down the temperature too much, just give it a few minutes so it can heat up again. I am a hot mess. There's probably a way safer way to do this, and I'm sure it's putting it in the spoon to do it, but I'm sometimes just not very safe. Because I'm like, whatever, I'm just getting splattered by boiling hot water. It's no big deal, right? Hey, Carisha. Yeah, I don't even get that, Heather. Like, I'm lucky if I can get that boy to go to the damn grocery store with me, honestly. Must be the age. Hey, Angie. So for everybody that's joining, let me know, because Mother's Day is coming up, and I don't even know what to do for Mother's Day. So if you're a mom, or if you're cooking for mom, let me know what you're making, or let me know what your favorite meal is. Because I'm like, I don't know. I made my mom quiche one year. I don't, and then she thought it was store-bought. So I don't know. I don't know what to make. Homemade quiche, and she thought it was store-bought. I mean, I guess that's a good compliment for me, but yeah. Floating to the top. See, that's what good over mashed potatoes. That's Thanksgiving, Christmas, anytime you have leftover mashed potatoes, this is another fun recipe that's a go-to. We got that 1-1-1-1-1-1-1 ratio. Let's see if I can talk tonight. Gosh. So your 1 cup of mashed potatoes to your 1 cup-ish of flour, and I say ish because you may need more. Probably you will, maybe 1.5 cups, but I don't want to tell you 1 cup and then you not have enough, and then you message me and complain at me about how you didn't have enough. So I'm just letting you know, 1 cup might not be enough. And side note, don't ever feel like you can't message me. If you have a question, I mean, I'm not like the know all, see all, be all, but if I have an answer or a suggestion, I am more than happy to do that. More than happy. Hello, Stephen. All right, that's the last of my pasta. So while those are cooking, I'm going to try to kind of sort of clean up my mess a little bit off my counter, because that way I kind of have a clean counter. Clean as you go. That way you don't have so much to do at the end, right? Water's getting a little hot. Turn it down. You don't want this boiling, because again, if you're boiling consistently, your pasta is bouncing up against each other and it breaks it up and makes it kind of mushy. So we don't want that effect. And plus, with this fresh pasta, it's hard to see if it's done. Alright, I think we are good on that. I'm going to move this over so you guys can see what that looks like. Kind of boring right now, but that's okay, because we're going to make it pretty in just a second. Add my pan over here, and this is just the way I prepare it. If you want to eat this just like this with some sauce on it, by all means, rock it out. Tyler was upset at me because he's leaving tonight. He wanted to spend the night somewhere else, and he was like, "Why do you always make that when I'm not going to be home, Mom?" I'm like, "Sorry, son. I didn't know what I was even going to make until Sunday. Sorry." Keep this pan a little hot. Throw some butter in here. Because I'm like a double cooker when it comes to this. I just like the way it browns up. So I don't know. Table-ish spoon? I don't know. You know, well, butter. Butter. Just butter. Butter in there. Homemade lasagna or barbecue. Oh, that's a good one. I think Frank's barbecuing too. Homemade lasagna though. I'm glad I'm not the only one that cleans as they go. It makes life so much easier at the end of the day. If you're cooking and cleaning. Right. I'm just going to throw some of my little pastas in here with my butter. Butter makes everything better. I should have got a bigger pan. That's okay though. I'll just leave this pasta. Tyler can have some tomorrow. I think he comes back tomorrow because Zane won't eat it. Hey, Amy! So now I'm just kind of frying it, giving it a little bit of a golden crisp to it before I get crazy and add some spinach and some heavy cream and some Parmesan. So I make it like a fettuccine, kind of an Alfredo sauce. Not a fettuccine. Fettuccine is the noodle. Alfredo sauce. I'm making a white Alfredo sauce to go with my gnocchi and adding spinach to it. So that's what I'm doing. Starting to get a little bit golden. I probably could have left it in there a minute longer before I flipped it. But it doesn't matter. It's cooked. And you really won't see it once I add the cream to it anyway, so if it's golden or not golden, does it really matter? I don't think so. Alright. And this will hold in your fridge for, I don't know, probably, I wouldn't give it more than like 3 days. If you're not going to cook them right away or do anything with them right away, I wouldn't give it much more than like 3 days. But you can always check it and find out. You can always look at it. Because if it looks funky and smells funky, don't eat it. I'm going to add a little bit more butter. Because my spinach needs to cook down some. This over. Grab this. All right. Just a little bit of my heavy cream. Maybe half a cup-ish. Maybe a little more. Maybe a little less. Just kidding. We're going to reduce it down a little bit so it gets a little bit thick. I mean, obviously it already starts out thick because it's heavy whipping cream. But we're going to just reduce it down a little bit more. before we add our cheese to make our cheese sauce wonderful. And cut the heat. Before you add your cheese, cut the heat. And I just have shaved Parmesan, so it's kind of little chunks, little shaved pieces. But again, you can use whatever you want, whatever works for you, whatever you got. If you don't want cheese, then don't use cheese. That's cool too. You could do marinara over this or pesto. I almost did pesto, but then I had spinach that needed to be used in some fashion, so that is why I did just the regular Alfredo. So there we go. Got a little bit of stretch to it. That's always a plus. Good stuff, right, guys? All right. So that's it. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to make that on Friday. Awesome. Thank you, Sonia. Let me know if you need any help with it. Thanks for joining me, guys. So make sure if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I appreciate everything that you guys all have done. I last checked like yesterday, and I think I had like 84 subscribers, which is super awesome. And consistently, I have like 94 of you that watch my videos, and that totally makes me so excited, and it's worth it. You all keep showing up. I'm going to keep showing up. I appreciate you. Cook something good. Post a picture. Tag me in it. I'd love to see what you guys are creating. Have a good evening.